Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Dinah Lee with Starlight Tarot Coaching and True Crime, and I am your practical mystic and no BS oracle. And today I am doing a reading on the future of Johnny Depp. This is part of my Reading the Future series. If you have a suggestion on who you'd like to see a reading done on, then please let me know in the comments below the video. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all so much. If you like this video, please do me a favor and hit the like button. Consider subscribing and share this with someone you know may care about this. So let's get into it. Oh, wow. These just popped out just like that. Future of Johnny Depp. We have the lower world. Okay, the lower world. And we have flow. Now, I like to look at the book for the shaman cards because these are very in-depth cards. And I really want to see what these have to say. Okay, the lower world, 31. The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. Wow, how apropos. Is that a word? Apropos. I'm not a wordsmith, guys. I'm sure any of you who've been here very long have figured that out. The lower world is the place of our ancestors where we discover the gifts and lessons from the past. It is the realm of the collective unconscious. Here we can meet our own demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. It's time to unearth your hidden treasures. Don't make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Bring out the gems and precious stones that you've kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. As you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors, their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will become blessings. Wow, that's I have chills right now, actually, because I think in the first reading I did about them, you know, I had watched a lot of the trial and he had a very tumultuous childhood. And one of the things I do with my private clients is we go back and heal our childhood wounds. We heal the inner child so that we can become more empowered in our life. And, you know, when we go through a tumultuous childhood, okay, where there's a lot of chaos and other things, you know, that are hurtful. Because we have no power as children, we are completely dependent on our caretakers. We normalize, or it's normal for us for relationships to be very difficult. You have to love your caretakers in some way, so that they'll take care of you. The worst thing that can happen is you're rejected, right? And you're not fed and you're not cared for or loved. And so this is how adults grow up and get into these types of chaotic, tumultuous relationships, and sometimes even DA, right? Because that's what you know. It's what you know. It's somewhat normal for you. And so this is what happens. Well, I think I said in that video, I really wish he would do this for himself. Heal those wounds so that has better boundaries or whatever and loves himself more. I mean, he's one talented actor. He has had all the success, but success and money don't guarantee happiness and love, right? So, and if you ever watch any of Tony Robbins stuff, he always says, I don't anymore, I used to. He says, you crave love from the parent that you didn't feel loved by, which I believe in Johnny Depp's case was his mother. So of course he's going to be attracted sometimes to someone that probably resembles in some way behavior or other things his mom. So there you go. I hope that makes sense. And then we have flow. There's a natural movement of events in the world. You can see it in phenomena such as the tide, the ebb and flow of oceans and rivers that rise up from the earth, then flow to the sea. The symbol of flow represents the effortless and natural movement towards a certain destination. It signifies an ability to gracefully move around obstacles and reminds you of the sense of allowing. When flow comes to visit, it's a sign that your intentions have been in motion. Now's the time to allow nature to run its course. You're being called to effortless movements in the path of least resistance. It's like being within music, flowing with partnership. Think of the artist who creates without guile or craft, calling creativity up from the soul and bringing it to life without effort. You are called to be like a river, knowing the fulfillment of destiny is assured. Enjoy the ride. So I'm getting from this, I do hope that he is able to heal some of these things that could have happened in childhood, the beliefs about himself, the belief about what love is. You know, living in chaos is very, very difficult. I know from personal experience. And I think he may get some healing, but also I think he's just diving into his artistic side, his music and his art. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his art, but it's pretty darn cool. I was really surprised that his art was so nice. So let's pull some oracle cards. Johnny Depp, the future of Johnny Depp. Future of Johnny Depp. Future of Johnny Depp. What did you guys think of the trial? Did you watch any of it? It was quite the thing. Isn't that great? Truth be told, time for a nap. Oh, the other thing I was going to say about that is I think he's going to duck out for a while, possibly. Like take a break, jump into his art. And what I mean by that is like solitude, like enjoy some solitude. Would I just talk about chaos and conflict? Time for a nap. I think he's ready for the chaos and conflict to be over. Truth be told, unless she comes back with something else, I don't know. We'll pull some tarot cards and see. This is all he wants. This is exactly what he did. This was what the trial was all about, is him getting his truth out there because his name was just drug through the mud for so long, right? I mean, he lost, what did he say in those tapes? He lost nothing short of everything, something along those lines, and taken time out. And then why is this coming back up again? I think he told the truth to get this to stop, okay? He's basically free now, but I don't believe she's going to let that happen if she can help it. Oh, Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp. You know, after listening to some of that testimony, and I think it was AH who basically asked him to fire his own sister. I personally know narcissists and have known narcissists in my life, and they're jealous of everyone, okay? Now, the person in the relationship with the narcissist can't really see all the red flags. They're too close, and plus they're being love bombed, and so they don't have a clear understanding of what that person is. But people around that person can usually sense that something is really off with the partner, love interest, or spouse. And I believe his sister knew that there was something very wrong. And I think AH knew that she knew, and didn't want her anywhere around. It's all about control. power and control. Angels, teachers, guides. Future of Johnny Depp. Future of Johnny Depp. This one wants to come too. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Cups. There's the family, okay? Enterprise, businessman, all of that. The history, the legacy, okay, that he inherited from his parents. The Six of Cups. This is childhood. Can also be receiving a gift. It's a very sweet kind of energy. And then we have the Magician. I believe this is just speaking to, you know, him breaking free and him wanting to go back to easier times in his life when things were more innocent before all this ugliness came out, and getting back on top of his game here. I think he is the Magician. I think he's going to come out really well from this whole trial that's happened, because he did get his truth out, and I think he's going to start getting offers again, building back up his wealth, probably spending time with his children or child. Does he have one or two? I know he has at least one daughter. Is it Lily Rose, I think is her name? She's an adult now, of course. Yeah, he's been through hell and back right there. Two of Swords. Feeling stuck. Ooh. And he has the Eight of Pentacles, and I pulled that for her. So very focused on, I believe, ending the chaos and conflict. We got the Nine of Wands. He's really had to stand up for himself. He's worked very, very hard to stand up for the truth in his situation. And I believe he had a very difficult decision to make going to trial, because all of the stuff, right, that has happened, his own habits and things like that were going to be aired out into the public, and he's very, you know, focused on getting the outcome that he wanted and getting the truth out, and hoping to regain his reputation and let people see who he is. If you watched any of it, you know he speaks very deliberately and has a very slow sort of cadence to his speech when it's just him. When he's in character roles, it's an act, you know, he's an actor. So he can sort of step into being that role, but naturally he speaks very slowly and carefully. And I did not know that. I mean, I know Johnny Depp's been around for a very long time, but I have never watched him in interviews. I mean, I thought he was a great actor, but I never really, you know, was I don't know, what do you call it, like a groupie or whatever. I never, you know, really followed him or anything. So I had no idea that's the way he spoke. I had to go to other interviews to see if he was speaking that way, because it was, you know, a trial and he wanted to be very careful, or if that's normal speech pattern for him, and it is. King of Cups. I think we all did see that he's actually a very kind person in a lot of ways. He's not perfect by any means, but I believe he likes to take care of people, is very generous with people. We heard that in the trial, that he was paying for all of Amber's friends and whoever else to live upstairs in penthouses, and he was paying for all of that. He's a very generous person. And there we have the Lover showing up right there. This is the time out. I think he may stay single for a little while, which would probably be a good idea. Maybe, like I said, just spend time with his daughter. Maybe even learning how to love himself, he and his higher self. This isn't necessarily a couple, but I do believe he was very generous and kind. From what we saw, not only was he not doing DA, but the other side certainly seemed like she was. Very strange behavior. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, wishes come true. So I think he is going to come out on top here. One thing that I have seen in a couple of these readings is I believe that she may try, at least at this time, oh God, I don't even want to say it. She may try to win him back, okay? I hope to goodness that this never happens, because I think it would be terrible. And hopefully he's like set the boundary where that would never, ever, ever happen. Ever. So if any of JD's friends are watching this, yeah. I hope that he does have a happy life going into the future. I think he even may be, like I said, looking into why his life has been like this right here, what caused it. And of course it goes back to childhood. And I'm going to say self-love for this card, because that's what I'm getting intuitively. It's like you have to learn how to love and nurture yourself so you can have a better future. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to stop right there. I'll be back in my regular office next week. And until then, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys.